Welcome to Sports Roundtable, New Howard County Schools TV. I am your host, Brandon Big B Hickman, and football's getting exciting. We might seem like we're winding down, but it's just really seemed to me heating up. Coach Demick's here, Wildcat Football, New Hanover High School, homecoming last week.
Yep.
It was crazy. Class of 89, class of 99, they were all there. And big game against Ashley.
Yep.
A dominant game, like defense was definitely working out.
The defense played great. Really pleased with pretty much all phases. Our special teams, we had some lapses there, but I was really pleased on the whole. You know, Ashley had played Topsail pretty tough the week before, so our kids were pretty dialed in. So I was pleased with the outcome.
Right, that's super big. Coming in on a win like that, do you have to dial back some of your players to save them, or are you like, hey, we're just going to play our game?
Well, when you start the game, you're going to play your game,
Right.
and then as the game progresses, you know, if there's some kids that, you know, you want to make sure, you know, you get some touches or
Yes.
get a break, you kind
Okay.
of slide them in then.
That's what it is. Let's check out, see what happened Friday.
Okay, great. So here early on, I mean, I can't say enough about the defense. They did a great job. Just a good little pass break up there by I think it's Jalen Worthy. Just good job there. Here early on, just getting good movement, running the football. That's Jabez Howard. He had a great game for us. It was good to see all three of our backs really were productive. And we've got three pretty good ones, so
Yes.
it was nice. Here, you know, we got a penalty or two, so we're backed up on 3rd and 20. Here's Malik Myers just running sort of four verts, catches a seam pass and gets us a big first down on long yardage play. And then here's Chase, another 3rd down. You know, he steps up in the pocket, finds Jaheim Marshall, and Jaheim, you know, scores. And that was our first score of the game, so it was nice to get on the board.
Yeah.
You know, we struggled a little bit in our first drive, sort of beat ourselves a little bit with some penalties we've got to clean up this week. But again, I can't say enough about our defense. Just doing a great job. Jeremiah Bancroft just kind of blowing up the middle there. I mean, he's had a great season for us. Really proud of the way he's playing. Here's Raz Chandler, another one of our running backs, and it's just a little power bob play, and nobody touches him, and he goes 50 yards, 53 yards for a touchdown. He's a dynamic back, and we're really excited to have him. He's having a great year, and that's sort of when the floodgates opened a little bit. So really pleased there. I think the next one, some more defensive highlights. I think we get a sack here. I think it's going to be David McCallum. He's going to come in. He's doing a great job. He and Jack Barbie. They force a fumble. I think Ashley recovers it. But, I mean, they're doing a great job. Our outside linebackers really pleased with their performance. Here's a little option to Makai Stanley. Chase does a good job dishing the football. And then Makai, you know, people just don't want to tackle him. I mean, he's a pretty dynamic player.
Wow.
And so, again, a couple big plays. Was pleased offensively, and then again, I can't say enough about our defense. They're getting better each week, and really sort of holding down and putting pressure on other teams. Here's just another, you know, our inside linebackers, Rashad Rogers, Kobe McCaskill are also doing a great job. And then here's just a little, you know, double stack formation, and Jabez takes it on a nice little run up the middle, a little power bob again.
No problem finding the poles.
Well, they're doing a good job. They're doing a good job. They're doing a good job. So, and then here, little wide stick play to Devin Pelham. Just in the flat. Devin's a sophomore, having a really good year for us, playing H-back. He's a pretty athletic kid, so he's a fun weapon to have. You know, a lot of different kids scored on Friday nights. I was pleased about that. There's Jack Diedrich on a big sack. Again, you know, putting pressure on teams. Here, Quintel Waddell's going to catch a little settle, make a move, and then put it in the end zone. So Chase, again, was pretty efficient throwing the football, but I was really pleased with our running game, and we really got that going.
Real big. Mid-Eastern Conference, number one. How do you talk to your players and say, okay, hey, yes, we're ranked here, but we're going in like we do every week and play our game.
Well, I mean, this is going to be a big game. I mean, West Brunswick's a dynamic team. They've got a really good defense, and they're pretty efficient offensively. So, you know, we're going to have to play, you know, our best game, and probably, we can't do things to beat ourselves. We got some early penalties against Ashley. We messed up, fumbled a punt on special teams. Well, I think the team that makes the fewest mistakes Friday night will win the football game. So we got to talk to our kids about being focused, being disciplined, making sure they're doing their job, and make the other team beat you. Don't beat yourself.
Totally. What's up, Coach? Now, going into this game, it's actually a home game.
Sure.
And I think senior night, something like that. And we'll be there. Our station will be there with you, hanging out and seeing somebody can win $5,000. That's what it is.
I hope so.
Wildcat Football this week at Legion Stadium versus West Brunswick. Big game. Get on out there. Get on over to Carolina Beach Road, and we're going to find out who's still the Mediacin number ones.
That's right.
Keep it locked right here. We have more on the way with Sports Roundtable. Welcome back to Sports Roundtable. I'm your host, Big B, and Brandon Big B, and we're still in football. Like we said earlier, we think that the season's winding down, but it's really still heating up. And it's going out. Homecoming this week, last week.
It was.
Coach Yeoman is in the building. E.A. Laney, Buccaneers Football. Tough loss for homecoming, but it looked like you guys played tough. I hear you every week, and you really root for your defense. Because I just like, they get physical.
Yes,
and
sir.
Everyone talks about them in our county and outside of the county.
Yes, sir.
Your defense plays a physical game. What did you see this week? Last week, I'm sorry.
Same thing. They special teams wise and defensively, they did a great job of putting us in position to, put points on the board. And we struggled a little bit offensively with execution on some certain things. We shot ourselves in the foot with some penalties. But again, that's on me. I got to do a better job of getting those guys prepared and executing at a high level on Friday night. So it was a tough one. We kept them in the ball game. It was 7-0 going into halftime. And then they scored 21 points in the fourth quarter where, I went for it on fourth down where you usually wouldn't in the situations that we were in, just trying to spark something and get something going. And just didn't work out for us at the end.
Okay. Let's see what happened Friday.
Yes, sir. So starting out on defense, this is first play of their drive, and that's Toby Stone, our senior defensive end, doing a great job of squeezing that edge and coming off and making a tackle for loss. Here's Alex Crandall, one of my senior defensive linemen. He played a little bit sparingly last year, and then we had him going both ways this week, and he did a great job of helping us out. This is Tanner Fournier, a junior running back, stepping in and filling in for us and doing a great job there. We ended up getting a penalty, kind of set us back. Here's a third down play by Eli Rivera, one of our sophomore fullbacks. He had a great game, ran the ball very tough, got some dirty yards for us. There's one of our seniors there, Gabe Souls. He was huge. We missed him last week. He came in and filled in great for us. And then Victor Trito, you remember Victor? He came in, one of our senior captains, man. He's been a brick for us, man. I absolutely love that kid, and the heart that he's been playing with and the leadership he's been showing. And then there it is again, Eli Rivera coming over with a big play there. We ended up going jumbo. They ended up stuffing us and stopping us on fourth down. And then there's a host of defenders there, starting off with our sophomore linebacker, Rodney Robinson, coming up with a huge play there. And then there it is right there, Federico De La Rosa getting that great penetration for us and coming over with a big play again. And you can't see it, but it's number 10, Isaac Wallace. He's doing a great job of squeezing that edge. We talked about that all week long. He's been used to trying to run up the field a little bit, and he did a great job of squeezing that edge. There's Victor Trito again. Like we talked about earlier, our defense did a great job of putting us in position to put points on the board. I just got to do a better job on the offensive side to help us put points up, get those guys a breather. And then there it is again, a host of defenders coming up with a big play for us. We go back to the offense again, and it's almost like repeat. You know what I mean? That's the same play. A little sprint draw there. Eli Rivera did a great job of reading that and running that ball hard for us. He picked up a lot of first downs for us. That's Allen Huff there. He almost dropped that ball. I was like, oh no. But he comes up with a big catch, gets us the first down. That was a 3rd and long situation. Great hands by him, great concentration, great throw by Jordan Cole. Still couldn't get anything out of that drive though. They ran that counter early in the game and went for a big play that ended up helping them score. But Victor Trito did a great job of staying at home, doing a short shuffle, CCR in it, and then Damon Parker, one of our better corners, coming up with a big play there. Again, they had ran that play early in the game, and there's one of those dirty runs we talk about with Eli Rivera, just being a monster, man.
Yeah.
He's only a sophomore. He's got a great attitude, great workman's-like attitude, brings his hard hat every single day, never complains. Kid you can definitely depend on no matter the situation.
I was going to ask you about Eli Rivera. I know we'll see more of him, but as he matures,
for sure,
I think he will be, this is just Big B's opinion.
Yes, sir.
I see him being more of not that he's not smart now, but a smarter football player. As he matures,
absolutely,
it's probably
yes,
just
sir.
going to get better for him.
He's a sponge, man. You watch him in film, he's very attentive. He's right there up at the front, and he takes coaching. That's one of the things that I love about him. He doesn't look at it as, coach is getting on me about my play or anything like that. He looks at it as, coach is making me better. And as you can see, he's seeing the fruits of his labor.
Right.
So
do we go more aerial? Not to give away, but do we go more aerial to Allen coming up this week because he has some okay plays? You know what I mean? Let's talk about Allen, man.
Huff's a great player for us, man. We've got to do some things blocking wise up front in order to kind of get those things to open up. You know what I mean? Because if you notice, those big plays come off of the play action pass. So we got to be able to run the football first to get those things to open up. And we were just too inconsistent. But Huff does a great job with what we give him. So looking forward to seeing things progress in the future.
Now you go across the bridge.
Actually, they come to us.
Oh,
man.
so you're home
it's
again.
Senior night, man. So we went from homecoming to senior night.
Oh,
so
man.
we just all going through all these festivities, man. So,
all right, so senior night is this week.
Yes,
go pay homage to our seniors. It's the last home game.
Last
is that
home
right?
game of the season, man.
EA Laney. So go on down there and check them out. North Brunswick.
North Brunswick, baby.
Yeah, I played North Brunswick.
Yes, sir.
And you can't not take them seriously.
Not one.
Yeah.
Yep. We got to be ready to go, man. The biggest thing this week is just making sure I can rally these troops, get these guys mentally prepared. Get away from the distractions. You know what I mean? Focus on us, and it's make it more of a we thing than a me thing.
You said it, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we'll be back with more Sports Roundtable. Welcome back to Sports Roundtable. I am your host, Brandon Big B Hickman, and I got Coach coming on for homecoming. It seemed like everybody was on homecoming this week. Hoggett High, we was on Shipyard Boulevard, big game, North Brunswick. Looks like defense was definitely playing.
Oh yeah.
And you reiterate that every week.
Yeah.
That,
well, and just when you play North Brunswick, they're an option team, and so your defense got to really show up and play well, or you're going to give up a bunch of yards. And we knew possessions would kind of be at a premium going in. He does a good job using the clock. They actually scored on us the first play of the game, 80-yard touchdown, got on not really a trick play, just kind of snuck a guy up a seam. And our guys were so excited to defend that option we've been drilling at them that it turned into a touchdown. And so that was a kind of a punch in the teeth right away, and having to answer.
Definitely wake up.
Answer the bell. You down 7-0 after one play. That's a tough deal. But our guys responded really well. Thought both sides of the ball played a good first half, and then third quarter was big. 21-point third quarter.
It's super huge.
Yeah.
It's almost like we opened up a little bit. Either someone got tired, or we just were able to go in and read that defense and get it done.
Yeah, I really thought our offensive line in third quarter kind of. Just kind of took over the game, and so really proud of their efforts.
So let's see what happened Friday.
All right. Here we go. Sam Jones to Chad Holler. Chad just continues to improve as a wideout for us. Really great hands, good route runner. But again, just a simple pitch and catch there, moving the chains. This is Jack Thomas. We actually busted our blocking assignment a little bit there, but Jack went on and made a first down out of it for us. really ran hard the last 2 weeks, so very pleased with the progress of him. This is nose guard Chris Redmond coming through, and Chris is a big-time leader for us, in terms of just his presence on the field. But he's a high motor guy. Over here, we had a couple good runs to set this up. But yeah, hitting Tyler McCarthy, our big tight end, on the seam for a touchdown.
How tall is he?
He's 6'4".
6'4", yeah, we talked about that, right.
He's a good-sized kid, good hands. First year playing football, so it's taken him a little while just to learn the game. But he keeps improving every week, and he's a big-time factor for us. Walker Smith coming through, kicking a touchback for us there. So right after the touchdown, pinned him at the 20. Really pleased with him. Putting the ball in the end zone was a big challenge we're trying to give him on a regular basis. This is, again, you see Chris Redmond, Brendan Litzinger, and Desmond Fuller, those three anchors we've got on the defensive line. Max Scholler as well. But those three guys just filling. There's Chris again. Yeah. And then that's Patrick Toto coming through and cleaning it up. Isaiah Shelton. Those 6 core guys right in the middle there, just doing a ton on the fills throughout. There they all are again. Wow. That's those names I keep mentioning. So that was Desmond, Chris, and Isaiah. Back on the offensive side of the ball here, see Jack Thomas behind the blocks of Issa Baggett, Tyler McCarthy. Those two guys set a good flank for him there. So again, Jack just doing some great things. This is actually Gabe Johnson right here. A little misdirection with the quarterback run, and then Gabe giving a strong finish into the end zone there. He's not known much as a runner, but I'll tell you, he's had some big runs for us this year, and just stepping up. Guys see that. That's a quarterback you want to play for. Willing to drop a shoulder on a guy. This is Jackson King, that sophomore free safety I bring up each week. Yes. Just filling the alley, doing a good job to pitch there. And this is right before half. Jack Thomas. It's Chance Courtney pulling around for him. You can see, guys, just it's an exciting night. Okay, when you get the run game going, everybody kind of feeds off of it. So it's 2 weeks in a row we've had pretty good success on the ground. So pleased with that. This is coming back in the third quarter. Yeah,
some big doorways.
That's it. We had a couple passes to set that up as well, and Sam Jones in there at quarterback now, so still rotating those two, and they're doing a good job with it. There's a Marion Graham right here.
I was waiting for that name.
Yeah, he had a few big runs in there. I think Jack had 147 on the ground, and Marion had I think it was 90 plus. So
right,
and then the quarterbacks had some rushing yards as well. So. Really pleased, over 250 rushing yards. So that's a good night's work.
We've been talking about it, even though it seems like season's winding down, it's also gearing up.
That's it. This is
out of season play.
Big stretch right here with these next 2 games to close the conference play. At Topsail this week and then New Hanover at home next week.
Right.
Those are 2 big ones that are going to really determine a lot about what not only conference championship. But what playoff situation we'll end up in.
Now, how do you feel, Coach? Beginning of the year, from the very first time we met and we're interviewing to right now, you lost some players and players are back.
Right.
Have players returned?
We lost several for the entire season, so that's been tough. But those guys are still around. They're being leaders for us.
Great.
Like I say, they were captains, so anytime you lose your captain, that's tough to recover from. And we lost 3 of them, so that's been difficult. However, I think it's showing. Guys, they've trusted the process. They continue to work.
Yes.
The weight room itself is starting to show a little bit, and I feel like we've gotten a good push on people recently, and hopefully we can keep that going.
You heard it here from Coach Hoggett, going up to Topsail this week, 7 o'clock. Make sure you meet them there. All the Viking fans get on the road. We're going 17 north, just a little bit. Keep it locked. We got more Sports Roundtable on the way. Welcome back to Sports Roundtable. I'm your host, Brandon Big B, and you know what? I have in the building right now, Screaming Eagles, Ashley High School coach, Coach Helms. How you doing, man?
Doing good, doing good. Hope you
Coach,
are.
yes, Coach, if I may, from the first time I met you on the show to right now, and I always talk about, growth, and you have repeatedly fought for your kids, for your players, and teaching them as they go along, because you got a lot of kids, a lot of players that, hey, this is my first time ever playing football ever, or they were not playing and now they're back playing. Mm-hmm. But every week you come in and say, hey, yo, we're going to go in and we're going to play the best football we can play for as high school. And that's what you did. Had a tough game this week, though.
Yep.
Played New Hanover High School.
Yep.
Tell us about it.
Yep. Well, just like you say, we're doing those things, and then we go up against a very strong opponent, very good football team in New Hanover, and they got a lot of weapons. And so, they're going to be tough to deal with for anybody, I think. And I think they're going to represent this area well when it comes playoff time. But, our guys didn't back down. They got in there and they gave everything they had and left everything on the field. And that's, a trait that we're trying to, get them to understand about, battling and competing. And,
right.
That stuff's going to carry on in life.
You're going to put the work in.
That's right. You can't just back down from anything when it gets tough. And, our kids didn't. So, we win a dogfight, no doubt.
Definitely.
But, we had fun playing.
Great.
That's one of the things we talk about trying to do.
Love
it was a tough game, but I think we had fun playing.
Good. Love it. Let's see what happened Friday.
I believe this might be first series here. Our defense came out. We had some good plays. We talk all the time about the wins here and there where we get a little bit of pressure on the quarterback.
Yes.
And guys flying around and getting to the tackles. We talk a lot of times about no yak or no yards after catch, making sure our guys can run through the football. If a guy's going to catch the ball, don't let him do anything with it after the play. And, I thought we did a good job getting some defensive pressure there. I think that's Hayden Pickney, rushing the quarterback there off the backside, senior linebacker, doing a good job. What we got here? Another little pressure from Jackson Powell on the outside, rushing on the quarterback, and then some pretty good coverage from Demetrius Weekly out there on the edge. Like I said, they got some good weapons. I want to highlight our punter, our captain and quarterback, Logan Teeter, with a good leg. He's done a great job all year flipping the field. And, it's been a really good weapon for us in the field position game. Coming through there with some pressure, Jackson Powell, or no, that's Quincy Robinson, getting that done. And, a little bit of razzle-dazzle from our quarterback there, Logan Teeter, on a little option move out there to the side, getting us a little bit. They got some big boys over there, big number 10 back there, and Kai Stanley's. I thought we did an okay job getting there to him. That's Jackson Powell wrapping him up there, bringing him down. That's a big boy to bring down. 225, about 6'2.5", 6'3". A good return from Jackson Jones. A little running back. He's got a little hamper, but he was able to make some things happen in the return game. A couple good returns. Couple good runs on here. Him again on a little counter play.
Right.
There's Jackson Powell right there, a senior guy who takes some running back reps. Getting some reps in there at A-back and getting some yards for us and helping spell Jackson a little bit. For them to put this on there, just showing, talking about, no yards after catch.
Right.
They're going to catch it. We want to make sure we're getting there and wrapping up and being sure tacklers and not just letting them run. So that was Cole Bonderick making that tackle back there. He's done a good job at safety for us. Jackson again on a little pitch. A good job of fullback here, tucking hand, kicking out, and Jackson getting up on the inside. And so our guys are fighting and competing.
O-line getting some holes.
Yeah, they're trying to get through there, and they're firing off the ball and getting stronger with it. We need to keep in the weight room. And that culture's working. It's changing. Guys are getting in there and understanding how important it is to lift. I think this is a return from Jackson Powell here. They kick it over there to him this time, and he has a pretty good return. They got a good kicker over in Hanover. He put it in the end zone a few times. And, Jackson does a good job with some good blocking up there, and gets us a good return out to about the 40. So, guys were competing. They were getting after it, and a lot of good things. And like I told them after the game, there's might not have been victorious on the scoreboard, but there's wins here and there, man. If we can, line up and run plays and execute some plays properly. And I was looking at some old film. We got South Brunswick coming up, and I think that was third or fourth week of the season, and we couldn't line up right and
Right.
stuff, and we were having these penalties and these things go wrong that we just are not doing that anymore, which people take that stuff for granted, getting lined up and
Yeah.
things like that, and we're able to do that now.
Okay.
It was really highlighted watching that old film from South Brunswick, and we play them again this coming week. So
Yeah, big.
we're making strides. I mean, we are. I'm
Logan-
proud of the guy.
Logan Teeter is a senior.
He is.
He's a senior this year, so great weapon. You see someone kind of filling in, coming up the ranks since you are in almost near the end of the season. You see someone returning saying, "Hey, I want that job."
Yeah, we got some guys that are they're right there battling with him right now, and Barrett Swell's the guy. He's been playing baseball most of his career. He played in middle school, but he hadn't played football since. He's a junior.
Okay.
He's a tall kid. He throws the ball pretty well, but he's been playing our X receiver.
Okay.
Tyler Goodwin's another guy who's he's a program guy. He's been there.
Okay.
He's battling in there for quarterback position as well.
Okay.
So those two guys right now are kind of neck and neck. Who's going to fill that role?
Cool.
Next year coming up. So we'll see how that shakes out.
They got some big shoes to fill because
No doubt.
he is all over the place, and that's good. You're going South Brunswick. You go to South Brunswick again. So we're looking for some definitely knockdown, drag out coach.
Absolutely. We feel like we got a little bit of unfinished business with them.
Oh yeah.
They came to our house last time, and we feel kind of might have let something get away from us there, but I think we're ready this time.
Okay, you heard it from Coach right here. Screaming Eagles, get ready. You're on the road to South Brunswick, a little Southport action that's going down this week, 7 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in to Sports Roundtable.